Episode 1. Floating. When I was about 7, I tried meditation by repeating the word, Buddho Buddho. I remember being very young and following instructions to sit quietly with my eyes closed. After a while, I felt light and started swaying, as if I were floating. I got scared and opened my eyes, worried that I might float away and never see my parents again. I kept this experience to myself and promised not to meditate again. As I grew older, I had a chance to learn more about meditation. I learned about two types, samatha, calmness, and vipassana, insight meditation. My mind, which used to be restless, began to calm down. I realized that the floating feeling I had as a child was a natural state that comes from focusing on the word, Buddho Buddho. This concentration helped my mind settle, creating a relaxed feeling. I mistakenly thought it meant I was actually floating, and I didn't understand that this was just a perception of the mind. Through my studies, I learned that the mind is an invisible element of awareness. It knows and records every emotion, waiting for them to arise later. The mind can know things in two ways: 1. Direct awareness, like feeling cold or hot, and 2. Memory, recognizing something familiar. When we see something again, our memory helps us understand what it is. This process happens naturally, without the self getting involved. It's just the mind doing its job. Learning about the mind can be tough, especially for beginners. The mind needs to be trained, as it directs our thoughts, speech, and actions. There are two levels of training: 1. Calming a restless mind, and 2. Developing concentration to see things as they truly are. Some people compare the mind to a monkey that won't sit still. We need mindfulness to notice when our mind wanders. To practice, we can focus on something specific. Like our breath, this is known as anapanasati. We pay attention to whether we're inhaling or exhaling. If our mind drifts, we gently bring it back to the breath. We can also use mantras or walking meditation, but the key is to practice regularly until it becomes a habit. I once walked with a monk during a peace walk across Florida. As I walked, I focused on my feet. When the left foot touched the ground, I knew it was the left foot, and the same for the right. Eventually, I reached a state where I felt like I was floating and didn't notice my legs moving. After that, I continued to practice for about 7 days, and I noticed that my mind would automatically recognize the sensations in my feet without me trying. This shows that our experiences are personal, and only those who practice truly understand. There's no need to wait for others to explain things. If we hesitate or worry about what might happen, we will get stuck in doubt. Even if someone knowledgeable tells us what to expect, we may still have further questions. It's better to take action and discover the truth for ourselves. One important thing is not to start with unwholesome states of mind. This means we shouldn't let our desires push us to force the mind to be calm. Trying to control the mind too much can lead to restlessness, headaches, or eye strain, especially for those who rush into practice without understanding. While practicing, remember that any sensations or feelings are just natural parts of the process.